Welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon.
Hey, what's this? Wow, it's loud. That's what that is. This is a mechanic's stethoscope. I'm going to take you through some things today and show you how well this thing works. This is one of the most awesome diagnosing tools that you'll ever buy. You don't need to be a mechanic. I'm going to take you through some things. Even the last one that I do, stay tuned for that one because it's not even small engine related, but it was super cool. That one actually blew my mind. So first of all, the reason that I bought this is because my dad, when I was like 15, 16 years old, he was an automotive mechanic. He was like a car flipper. A lot of you do that with lawnmowers and chainsaws and stuff. He would buy a car or a truck that had problems with it, and then he would fix it and resell it to make money. It was his hobby. He probably still does that. Now, 16 years old, I saw this in his shop. He had one just like this, and I used to play with this and listening to everything. I have never seen one until about 2 weeks ago. I was snooping through the internet and I saw one of these come up, mechanic stethoscope. And I went, no way, I'm buying that thing. Out of my pocket, this cost me $17 where I live. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'd pay $50 for this. I wanted it so bad. So first of all, before we get started listening to some of this stuff, I'm gonna tell you how well this works on different applications. The link in the description and in the pinned comment of this video, there's a link there to where I bought this from. It's the exact link where I bought this from. I believe it was $17 or something like that out of my pocket. So check that out because I don't know, it won't be $17 for you. It might be different where you live, your currency, your country. Maybe you get shipping, maybe you don't. I swear I saw one when I scrolled down after I bought this one, it was like $4. I'm like, are you kidding me? How could that be? Of course. There was a 2-pack. You buy 2 of these. $12, I think, for 2 of them. Keep one for yourself. Give one to your buddy for a Christmas present. I don't know. There's 2 pinion gears in here that grind against each other. They rotate like that. Now, here's what I'm hearing. Touch the back of there. It's unbelievable. I can clearly hear there's no grease in here. It is metal on metal grinding against each other. It probably just needs greased. So, now, I hate to say this, but I tried to... I put some little microphones on these earpieces. I tried to capture the audio so you could hear what I'm hearing. Little microphones on there. I could not make it work. You have to just trust me. I'm going to describe to you what I'm hearing. Buy one of these things and I swear to you, you're not going to return it because you're going to find all kinds of uses for this. It's going to do exactly what I say it's doing. Now, 4-mix engine right here. It's got valves in it. There's a cam wheel in the back that has this little lever on the cam wheel that's a decompression release lever, and it pops up and down on the cam wheel as it turns around. Now, I'm not taking this apart. I'm not even going to stick it on the engine block. I'm just putting it down here on top of the muffler. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I hear. It is unbelievable. I can hear distinctly those valves opening and closing. Click, click, click. I can hear the tappets on the top going click, 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 click. And then there's another click that is a completely different click. It's more like a twang. And that is, I absolutely believe that is the compression release on the cam wheel. Opening and closing going, it's got a little spring on it, goes twing, 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 twing. Okay? That's cool. The reason that I bought this thing is because of when I was like 15, 16 years old. What my dad was doing. One day I was playing with this and he said, hey, you want to hear something cool? He got an old truck. He had it already jacked up. And he goes, hey, Steve, go under there and put that metal rod right there. Oh, by the way, you can unscrew this metal rod out of here. And then just use that that little cone shaped thing and use it like a normal stethoscope so you can hear your heart and stuff too, but then you screw that metal rod in. He said, get in there and stick that metal rod right there, and he got in there and showed me where to put it, right behind the wheel. And so I did, and I'm like this, and he starts turning the tire. I'm listening, and he starts turning the tire around, and he goes, what do you hear? And I said, what? And he's like, so I went, what? And he goes, what do you hear? And I said, it sounds like grinding in there. And he says, you're darn right that's grinding. That's a bad wheel bearing right there. So the next day, he goes and gets the wheel bearing, and we got everything apart, and he says, I'll show you how to put a wheel bearing in this truck, which is awesome. Dads teach sons, right? So we did that. We put it all back together with a new wheel bearing, and he says, okay, get back under there and listen again. So I'm like under there, touch it in the same spot, he said. So he does, and he starts turning the wheel, and he goes, okay, what do you hear now? And I said, what? What do you hear now? And I said, I don't hear anything. And he goes, bingo. That's what you should be hearing. Now, this has nothing to do with small engine repairs. I'm just going to tell you how freaking sensitive this thing is. We're doing some renovations in our basement. So picture this. I'm downstairs, and there's a wall, a long wall, and it's all drywalled. And I know there's a kitchen sink upstairs right above this wall. So I know that there's a hot water line going from the floor up that wall to the kitchen sink upstairs somewhere. What am I going to do? Start exploratory surgery and start smashing holes through in between every stud to find out where the hot water line is? And I wonder if this is going to work. So I went upstairs, I grabbed this, and I went upstairs and turned the hot water on the kitchen sink. So the water's flowing through that pipe. And I started at one end of the wall, and I went every 6 inches, and I was touching the wall every 6 inches, and I could hear nothing, nothing, nothing. And then I got to a point where I touched the wall, and I was like, what is that? And it didn't sound like a river running or anything like that, but it did this. It was sounding like this. Shh. I went 6 inches this way, nothing. Foot this way, nothing. Right in between. Shh. I could hear the freaking water running through that pipe. And so I opened that wall up, and absolutely sure enough, that's where the pipe was. You know how much time that saved me? I couldn't believe how sensitive that was. You can hear water running through a freaking pipe. Blew my mind. If you don't believe what I'm saying, because I can't prove to you the audio that I'm hearing, then they're so inexpensive. You buy one, I guarantee you, you will not return it. But of course, it's free shipping to return it, so you have nothing to lose. Try one out. You're going to be playing with this thing, trying all sorts of stuff. What an awesome diagnosing tool. Anywho, that's it for me. Cheers. Till the next video, Steve out.